Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Bullish Network. Buckle up 2020. It's going to be one hell of a ride. Guys, today I want to cover some very good articles. The invisible global currency that's 24 times bigger than Bitcoin. The invisible global currency. Also, guys, Ripple pulls out the big shots. Ben Loski, the heavyweight, is highlighted, the creator of the Bit license. And also, guys, I'm going to talk about a very big deal that I uncovered. I apologize. Bitstamp new partnership with Silvergate Bank. Silvergate Bank, guys, is the crypto bank. Just had a massive IPO. Now, Silvergate Bank backs Coinbase, Digital Currency Group. It is the crypto bank. And they just had an IPO in November. So that kind of shows you the direction that this is going. There is no turning back. And Bitstamp is a Ripple ODL enabled exchange. So we're going to cover that today. Also, guys, talk about on XRP After Dark, last night's live stream, we covered the market was on fire. Pretty much this is the market right here from last night. Bitcoin pushed up to 9,400 last night. Some resistance at 94. XRP was pumping 2.37%. Bitcoin Cash is damn near $400, which is pretty amazing. Ethereum Classic is doing pretty well. It's pumping almost 10%, about to hit $12 right here. Dash is doing pretty well, 116. Tezos, one of my top picks, is 160. I have my Tezos in staking on Coinbase. They call me middle name Staking and Baking. So, pretty much, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to Ant1. I got this article from Ant1. We'll start with this one, the invisible global currency that is 24 times bigger than Bitcoin. Now, as far as this article, here's Ant1, guys. I will link Ant1 in the description. Now, as far as this article, guys, trying to pull it up, of course, my ad blocker's on, so I can't access the article. But what I will do is read a couple lines out of it because I can access it from my phone. And also, I will link to this video. I will link this article in the description. I highly recommend checking this one out. This is actually a really good article. The invisible global currency that's 24 times bigger than Bitcoin. So, how many credit cards do you have? An average person carries 4 in their wallet. Chances are them cards are from different banks, but if you dump them all out, they would have one thing in common. They all have Visa or Mastercard stamped on the bottom right. Visa and Mastercard created a global currency. It hardly matters what bank you use. At the end of the day, your card likely needs a Visa or Mastercard payment network function. Over 80 million stores accept Visa and Mastercard. With one of their cards in your wallet, you can buy stuff anywhere in the world. Visa and Mastercard have effectively created a universally accepted money, a global currency. 13 trillion flowed through their networks last year. That's 24 times more than Bitcoin processed in 2019. So you kind of get what they're saying here, guys. Is basically, crypto said they was going to replace the financial system, or that was the thought. From what I'm understanding here from this article, that the machine that Visa and Mastercard has created is massive. Most of these fintech companies are excited to partner with Visa and Mastercard, and that's what we have seen, and they're going to go into that. Also, a lot of fintech companies have partnered with Master and Visa card, only increasing their revenue. They outperformed on all markets last year. Banks' stronghold on money is weakening. For many decades, we have had to deal with banks to move money. If you wanted to cash your paycheck, wire money, or get a credit card, you often had to talk to a banker. These days, you can do all these things without ever stepping a foot inside a bank. You can even get a mortgage without ever talking to a human banker. Sending money no longer means writing a check and waiting 3 days for it to clear. Now you can send and receive money instantly with PayPal and Venmo. Roughly 50 million Americans use Venmo each month. You can even pay your taxes with PayPal. So have you used Square, Swipe, Stripe, Apple? What they're saying, these disruptors will end banks as we know them. These disruptors will end banks as we know them. Nobody cares if banks have fancy lobbies with marble floors these days. Most Americans just want fast and convenient way to manage their money. Many folks assume old money companies like Visa and Mastercard are in trouble too. These folks are wrong. Visa and Mastercard are untouchable stocks. What few people realize is all the money disruptors I have just mentioned are plugged into Visa and Mastercard's network. So you kind of get to the direction we're going with this. And guys, I'm saying right now, Visa runs on Ripple. Pretty much they bought Earthport. Visa acquired Earthport, which Earthport was running on Ripple. And of course, they're going to apply that technology to the Visa protocol, which is now going to be the Interledger protocol. So, and of course, they're going to use that technology, but they're going to apply it to Visa and MasterCard because this is a very big deal. Now, I will link this article in the description, guys. I highly recommend checking this article out. It's a very good read. Visa profit margins are 5 times better than the average U.S. stock. It turns 52 cents on every dollar into pure profit. MasterCard profit margins are 3 times better than the average S&P 500 company, which Walmart is the number one Fortune 500 company. If you're investing for the long haul, you could do a lot worse than owning these two undisruptible stocks. So pretty much they're going to say Visa and MasterCard is a powerhouse. Huge shout out to Ant1. Thank you so much for that article, my brother. I appreciate that. The invisible global currency. This is it right here. The invisible global currency. So, guys, this just came out. Swell by Ripple. Ben Loski joined by Ripple General Counsel. So, this just came out yesterday. Ripple's New York path to BitLicense. Now, guys, this is one rabbit hole that I'm excited to talk about. Ben Loski has pretty much been one of my deep dive rabbit holes since day one. Ben Loski created the BitLicense. Ben Loski is also in banking on Bitcoin. You can watch that on YouTube. It's a Bitcoin documentary. I highly recommend checking it out. Pretty much you can see how we started. At the time of banking on Bitcoin, Ben Loski was a sheriff. He was a New York regulator, and he came out with the BitLicense, introduced the BitLicense. Then he resigned from that position, and he joined Ripple, of course. On such framework, New York's BitLicense was introduced in 2014 by Ben Loski, then New York State Superintendent of Financial Services, which New York Department of Financial Services just approved Binance US for a BNB USD pair also. So, interesting scenario there. Loski is currently the director of Ripple's board. BitLicense is a common term used to describe New York business license governing digital assets. Now, this is why everything is taking so long. In 2014, when Loski and his team began to design for BitLicense, there was no precedent for digital asset regulation. There was no precedent. So that means there's no laws to reference for ideas or examples. This is why you're going to be filthy rich. Exactly like I said last night on the live stream. I'm not a financial advisor, but we are pioneers in the great wealth transfer, in this new asset class, the internet of value, and everything is becoming precedent. There was no precedent for digital asset regulation, brand new asset class. Loski remarked that New York laws written during the Civil War era were being applied to newly developing technology. They were applying Civil War era laws to this technology. Just not going to float. So, a little bit about Ben Loski real quick, guys. Ripple appoints former New York State Superintendent of Financial Services Ben Loski. Ben Loski, guys, is a big-time heavyweight, that's for sure. He announced the appointment of Ben Loski, former New York Superintendent. Ben Loski joins the board, more than 20 years experience in every branch of government at both federal and state level. He is widely recognized as the architect of the BitLicense. And so for them to highlight Ben Loski, it's swell. It's kind of good to see them highlighting Ben Loski, which I think is very interesting because this is kind of the first time they're talking about Ben Loski since he joined their board. So pretty much they're bringing out the big guns. Loski's words. I want to give a huge shout out to BankXRP. I pretty much got some of this research from BankXRP at BankXRP. He actually took a small snippet from Loski's words. The genie is out the bottle. So this global viewpoint is inevitable because in Loski's words, the genie is out of the bottle. Specific proven use cases like RippleNet's on-demand liquidity will drive what he envisions as sweeping changes in the financial service. And this guy, if you've been following his channel for a while, guys, we've done so many deep dives on him. He pretty much weighed heavy fines on multiple banks for violations. So I believe they're pretty much, need the blockchain technology. And you got that right there. Now, guys, this is huge right here. This is what I was talking about. This crypto bank just had an IPO, and I'm kind of surprised that nobody's talking about this. Bitstamp, new partnership with Silvergate Bank. So Bitstamp is a Ripple partner. Bitstamp is a Ripple partner. New partnership with Silvergate. Crypto regulation and Bitstamp growing presence in the U.S. So when you go to this right here, this is going to bring you to Bitstamp becomes a launch partner of S&E leveraged by Silvergate Bank. Now, this is a really good video right here. I actually got the video right here. This is the guy from Bitstamp right here, and they're talking about the relationship with Silvergate.
By Bitcoin. So why is this kind of trading picking up steam right now?
Yeah, so you're seeing a lot of derivatives marketplaces come out, CME-backed, offering options and futures. I think, again, our view is that you need to merge, crypto-first companies and traditional finance, and we are at the center of trying to do that because a lot of institutional players want an infrastructure that looks and feels very similar to what they are used to and what they.
So basically, guys, he broke it down right there. They're in the business of merging digital currency and traditional financial companies. It's going to merge for the crypto derivatives, stocks, bonds, pretty much traditional finance is comfortable with what they're familiar with. And in steps something like this, which is not only is Bitstamp a partner of Silvergate, but I wanted to do a little bit more research on Silvergate. And that sent me to this rabbit hole. Silvergate Bank files for IPO to grow cryptocurrency service. And this is in November. Whoa, I didn't realize that was in 2018. No wonder I did not hear about this. I thought it was from 2019. So now it's making a lot more sense. It's old. So that's why we didn't hear about it, and it flew under the radar. Silvergate Bank has transformed itself in recent years from your typical business bank to one of the financial institutions of choice for digital currency companies. The bank has applied for a New York Stock Exchange listing under the stock symbol SI, which I checked it on Robinhood. It's on Robinhood. Silvergate didn't provide much detail, but what you do need to know is anticipating the industry need for financial services. Silvergate signed its first cryptocurrency client in 2014, New York-based holding company Digital Currency Group. So from there, with our deep dives, guys, we uncovered that Digital Currency Group also is the first investor in Bitso, where they implemented Ripple Protocol in 2014. Also, Mastercard backs Digital Currency Group, and the Silvergate Bank boasts over 700 clients. As of September 30th, Silvergate has 483 digital currency customers. Now, where is the article? I'm going to have to pull this up, guys. I pulled it up from right here. I apologize. Yep, this is the one. Crypto-friendly Silvergate Bank IPO debuts on New York Stock Exchange. The U.S. Security Exchange Commission, SEC, which is Jay Clayton, has declared the IPO for pro-crypto Silver Bank effective. Its shares started trading on the New York Stock Exchange on Thursday. The crypto-friendly bank works with 756 customers in the crypto space, including Coinbase, Gemini, Circle, Bitstamp, Ripple Partner, Kraken, Bittrex. I think Bittrex is also a Ripple partner too. So Silvergate's Bank IPO. So guys, this is massive. If IPO is initial public offering, so pretty much this company is backing digital currency companies. They decide to take their company public, which means Wall Street can invest into Silvergate Bank. They can buy shares in the company, and in return, Silvergate Bank can make more investments into more digital currency companies. Excuse me. Just like I just gave you an example where there was up to 400 customers, and pretty much a year later now they're boasting 756 customers. Guys, there is no turning back. Pretty much digital currency is here to stay. They're going to implement it with Mastercard and Visa, which I've covered that in the video also before. About a year ago, there was a double spending problem with Visa cards at Coinbase, and nobody wanted to take blame. Eventually, Visa took blame and said they had to change the code on their cards to accept digital currencies. So Visa and Mastercard changed their code on their cards to accept digital currencies. Crypto banks are having IPOs. This is the first, guys, you heard this here first. Crypto-friendly bank having an IPO. And this company backs Ripple Partners, Digital Currency Group, Coinbase, Gemini. So, guys, this is the who's who is getting involved, that's for sure. So, Silvergate Bank files IPO to grow cryptocurrency services. Welcome to the big league, guys. I want to give a huge shout out to Digital Asset Daily, who dropped a VeChain video. VeChain partners with Copper Dog Whiskey. Link in the description, guys. This is a really good video. VeChain is doing a limited series with Copper Dog Whiskey. I believe they're going to release 100 bottles tracked by VeChain. I will link Digital Asset Daily in the description. I highly recommend checking them out. And guys, of course, last night's live stream on CKJ Crypto News, crypto bank that backs Ripple, Coinbase, Digital Currency Group, Bitstamp, had a massive IPO. This is last night's live stream, guys. I will link this in the description. If you guys don't know, I do have CKJ Crypto News, where we do start your day with CKJ every morning at 11:30 a.m. EST. And also on that channel, we do XRP After Dark at 7 p.m. Now here on the Bullish Network, we drop daily content. The Bullish logo will come down right now. Smash that logo to subscribe to the channel. Smash that notification bell. And let me know what you guys think about the pro crypto bank Silvergate having an IPO. Or let me know, guys, what you think about the invisible global currency. Does that make sense what Visa and MasterCard is up to? Thank you guys for your time. Much love. Mahalo.